Arsenal have gone ahead to back Mikel Arteta over his statements that he put out yesterday about the VAR inconsistency and how it costed Arsenal the beautiful game, as they obviously went ahead to lose to Newcastle by 1-0 at St. James's Park on Saturday. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the Football News Show. We are obviously bringing you what Luis Diaz has gone ahead to obviously say after helping Liverpool from really losing away at Luton Town by scoring a late minute equalizer. And Harry Kane has gone ahead to go down in the books of history in the Bundesliga with his ongoing form that's going to display down there at the side of Bayern Munich. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in on a daily. Rokani David is my name. You can as well call me RD. Third video of the day. I'm still up and awake to obviously present to you, as you guys really are waiting to see to it that more of this really happens. So let's keep it what it is and let's continue to do the needful and obviously go on and 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 really take it to where I want to be. We thank God for the new week. It's a Monday. Hope you guys are really having fantastic fun. And the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. The Christians, may the living to God help you go through all your endeavors, and may God really prevent your enemies from seeing you not prospering. That is it. Now let's start it off with Mikel Arteta. I came out and really told you yesterday what we were going to do and what he said about the VAR, and finally I did a video yesterday before I went to bed about that. And after all that, we really got to know that maybe the FA might come out and ban Mikel Arteta. I was doing a live video reacting to the game of Liverpool, and one of the Arsenal fans came into the live chat and asked me that, Rokani, do you think the FA is going to ban Mikel Arteta? I told him, to a larger extent, I don't know. To a larger extent, I don't believe they're going to do it. But I have to leave room, see to it that I really tell you that it can happen, because these people, on how they obviously run the game, they obviously penalize coaches to set a condition that this game is owned by us, not you, the managers. And we've seen it on several players and very many other people as they go on to really face off with them. Now, after putting out the statements that he put out, if you're not going to hate to obviously know that statement, or you're not going to hate to know what Arteta said, go on to the video section. You'll see a video with the title. Yeah, let me check. What's the title of that video? The title is Mikel Arteta ridicules VAR after Newcastle loss. That is it. So that is it. You'll watch it. The thumbnail obviously showcases exactly what you're talking about, and you'll get to know what Arteta really went ahead to complain about. Now, today, Arsenal's going to hate to put out a statement that is going to hate to back Mikel Arteta after all what has been said. The statement reads: Arsenal have released a statement, and it read, Arsenal Football Club wholeheartedly supports Mikel Arteta's post-match comments after yet more unacceptable refereeing and VAR errors on Saturday evening. We would also like to acknowledge the huge effort and performance from our players and travelling supporters at St. James's Park. The Premier League is the best league in the world, with the best players, coaches and supporters, all of whom deserve better. PGMOL urgently needs to address the standard of officiating and focus on action, which moves us all on from retrospective analysis, attempted explanations and apologies. We support the ongoing effort of Chief Refereeing Officer Howard Webb and would welcome working together to achieve the world-class officiating standards our league demands. So that's the statement the Arsenal board have gone ahead to put out, and they put it out at a very critical time where Arsenal have gone ahead to lose a game of football that they never really required it to lose. To me, the best result for that game, I think, would have been a draw. If at all any side got a draw, no one would have gone ahead to obviously say that it was really bad. But all I can confirm to you is simple. VAR has gone ahead to obviously torment very many games, and they've made decisions that are not supposed to be made. And it's really ridiculous that when a manager comes out and obviously says about refereeing, it looks like he's sanctioned to a suspension. They've gone ahead to threaten very many managers. In the game of Man City, after that penalty incident of Rasmus Højlund, that saw Man City given a soft penalty, Erik ten Hag was asked about the penalty. He said, I have nothing to say. Because he knows how the reaction is going to be from the FA. But Arteta stood brave and really said, this has come to an end. I think he really went ahead not to say that when Arsenal was really beating Man City by 1-0 after everything that happened there. And I've always told people that I've gone ahead to watch this channel that however much I don't support Arsenal and I support Manchester United, I won't at any one point celebrate a loss of Arsenal when VAR is going to hate to make any mistake, because the same is going to come back to Manchester United, it's going to come to Liverpool, it's going to come to Chelsea, it's going to come to Spurs, and this season you might find yourselves in a position of winning the league, and the VAR decisions are obviously going to ruin your league. For example, Arsenal had 2 decisions last season that obviously costed them the trophy, and it costed them how many points? I think 4, because all those games ended in a draw. The first game was against West Ham. That game ended 2-2. Declan Rice by then was still playing for West Ham. But the way he comes to shield, the way he comes and really interjects Thomas Partey, and really gets that ball from him, was really having lots of questions. And to show you that he had a lot of questions, after rewarding that penalty, they never show us how Declan Rice got that ball from Declan Rice. But it was all evident that that ball struck the hand of Declan Rice. It was like moving out from Declan Rice, and Declan Rice used his hand to protect that ball from going out of his vicinity. And Arsenal considered the penalty, and the game was 2-1. Then Gerard Bowen went ahead to equalize that game to end 2-2 in favor of no one. The game of Brentford, Trossard comes off the bench, scores, all gives Arsenal the lead, and Ivan Toney goes ahead to score a goal when he was totally offside. VAR comes out and apologizes that they drew the lines badly. Now, when you look at those 4 points, you add them to what Arsenal really had, they would have gone ahead to obviously win the trophy. So, Arteta is complaining. Do you know why he's complaining? Because he knows exactly what really led them to miss a trophy last season. Poor officiating. That is it. So, he has every right. And the good thing is that even the club of Arsenal have come out and obviously backed their manager. They are standing with him, and they are ready to obviously face anything that is obviously happening. And let me show you even that Arsenal is 100% backing their manager. Even the sporting director of Arsenal, that is Edu Gaspar, has took this to his Instagram. He has gone ahead to obviously get this post, as you see it behind. I think you're seeing it. This is the post. You see, Arsenal Football Club wholeheartedly supports Mikel Arteta's post-match comments after yet more unacceptable refereeing and VAR errors on Saturday evening. You get? He is in unison with everything that they're talking about this guy. He is really one of those people that you obviously want to obviously hear last from. You get? And if I told you hear lastly from, then you know that the entire board of Arsenal is agreeing with what Mikel Arteta went ahead to say. And that is the guy, that is his post. Edu is the sporting director at Arsenal. So they are all supporting Mikel Arteta, and I do support Mikel Arteta because I know how VAR is going to hate to make stupid decisions this season. I've seen that Man United happening, and it's going to hate to cost us games. Like this season, in the game of Tottenham Hotspur, Romero got hold of that ball, and a penalty was not given. Now, if United scored that goal, Spurs would have gone ahead to win that game. It was going to go in favor of Man United, and Spurs would have been 3 points behind, But now they're having 24 points. I think they're having 25 points, right? I think that they're having 26 points, right? But they robbed the 3 from Man United. So it shows you the impact of poor VAR decisions that have been made on the field of play that have gone ahead to cost very many teams. You get? Manchester United against on Saturday, as United played against Fulham, they found themselves in a situation where they couldn't obviously get their goal counted that Scott McTominay scored over a stupid decision that was made. So Arteta is really right, and I'll back him, though if there are people that are really celebrating this, no reason for you to come out and celebrate this because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. You just have to come in through and obviously agree with everyone on what is really thriving in the country. So Arteta, he has my backing also, and I really like the way the club is going to have to come and back him now. If the PGMOL are to come out and really penalize Arteta, even the club is willing to come out and obviously be penalized because they are really raising their voices high. And when they're raising their voices high, they obviously have to really see to it that they go on. And I think the entire clubs in the Premier League should obviously come out with a joint document that they send to PGMOL, and that is headed by Howard Webb, to obviously get the best out of their officiations. But what was really portrayed on the field over the weekend was really nasty, and they don't need to obviously do it again. Their inconsistency is huge. They denied that goal against Manchester United, and they've gone ahead to give it Newcastle when Newcastle was playing against Arsenal. So I wonder where they sleep sometimes, and it's really very nasty to hear that they are really running the game, and this is the best league in the world, but we are having some of the worst officiations into the league. And to show you that they're having the worst officiations, they don't have their referees given huge games like the Champions League finales, you understand, World Cup finale. We are getting referees from other continents, from other leagues to come and officiate those big games. It shows you how the levels have gone ahead to drop. So Arsenal's gone ahead to back Mikel Arteta, and they're willing to obviously stand with him. Then Luis Diaz has come out and really put out a statement. He said, "He's not the player speaking. Today is Lucho Diaz, the son of Luis Manuel Diaz. Mane, my dad, hardworking man, family pillar. He's now kidnapped. I ask ELN to release my father as soon as possible. I also ask the international associations to work on that in order to guarantee his freedom. Every second, every minute, we are more worried. We have no more words to describe our family's terrible feelings, and it will be the same as long as he's not back home. I beg you to release my father right now, respecting his integrity. I want to send my thanks to all Colombians and also the international community for your support." That is Luis Diaz, and he's right to call for that because the other one is his father, and his father is really wanted. He has a family. The mother was released, but the father is not yet released. They're asking for 200 million of PES, the money of Colombia. That is really huge amount of money, and I don't know whether they are willing to offer it there. But I was going to have to put out a statement for the very first time ever since the father was really captured or kidnapped. But as it stands, it is really huge for the player, and he really stood firm today to an extent that it's required him to come in through and do the needful for the club of Liverpool not to lose. Today he has gone ahead to score that equalizer that has given Liverpool at least a point that might be crucial in their season, and they are now third on 24 points with Arsenal. But let's go ahead and obviously talk about Harry Kane. Yesterday he went ahead to score a hat-trick, and he has gone ahead to obviously set a new record in the Bundesliga for being the first player to score 15 goals in 10 games. And it said Harry Kane has broken the all-time record for most goals in the player's first 10 Bundesliga appearances. It's 15 goals with a fantastic hat-trick yesterday versus Borussia Dortmund. So he's really on fire. Even though Champions League is on fire. And I predicted this, that Harry Kane is going to go that side and really score very many goals. If he has been scoring those goals in the Premier League, then it's going to be easy for him to obviously score into the Bundesliga, because the Bundesliga is nowhere near the Premier League, and he's playing for the biggest team in the Bundesliga, and they have lots of creative players around him. Musiala, Leroy Sen, Serge Gnabry, and there is Coleman. When you look at their fullbacks, Mazrui, the other left back is Alphonso Davies. To me, is the best left back in the world. You know, Joshua Kimmich coming in through from the midfield and obviously creating. So he has lots of chances to score. And the beauty of all this is that he has gone ahead to score 15 goals in 10 games, and he has 5 assists, meaning that he's having a goal contribution. He's having a 2-goal contribution per game. In the Champions League, he has 2 goals in 3 games and 2 assists. So it shows you that he might even score 70 goals this season, a tally he has never reached ever since he really played the game of football. So wait and see how that's going to pan out. But your thoughts onto Arsenal backing Mikel Arteta over his ridiculing the VAR are welcome in the comment section. What do you make about Luis Diaz putting out a statement after his father has been kidnapped? And lastly, what do you make about Harry Kane breaking the Bundesliga record in the first 10 games he's going to have to play? We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. I'm out.